talk about irritable bowel syndrome, the natural cures for your gut health problems. So, my friend, if you are tired of suffering with bloating and gas, maybe you've got stomach pain, stomach cramps, or maybe you've got diarrhea or constipation, or along with that, you're suffering with fatigue and you've got headaches and you're just not feeling well and you're having these digestive disturbances for maybe months or maybe years, and you'd like to know how to be able to overcome them without drugs or surgery. Some simple measures that are proven in research will help you to restore your health and be able to live an independently healthy life. How does that sound to you? Does that sound like something you'd like to sign up for? Harmful bacteria that begin to harbor and live inside of our body. And it's a technical term that we call dysbiosis. It's an imbalance of the beneficial bacteria. You're going to learn how to restore the balance of your good bacteria. We know that people are using antibiotics like candy today. Antibiotics and all the medications damage the lining of the gut and kill the beneficial bacteria. When was the last time you ate all the following gut restoring foods in one day? Several different fermented foods, 26 fruits and veggies, the superfoods spirulina, chlorella, along with several herbs, plus probiotics and digestive enzymes. Well, the good news is they're all included in one easy to take, delicious powder drink. Simply mix it in water or juice. The truth is, 90% of people don't get this many beneficial gut bacteria in 1 month. Well, that's why I created Microbiome Food, a powdered formula mixed in water to relieve your digestive problems, boost your energy, your immune system, and your brain function. It's organic and it has clinically proven results. Our pre-launch sale ends January 14th. The sale includes $730 of my personally created powerful wellness bonus gifts. Click the link below to see the details and order the product now. Antibiotics are prescribed by doctors just routinely, unnecessarily, according to the medical profession and according to scientific journals, that 50% of antibiotics are unnecessarily prescribed today. Did you hear what I just said? 50%, according to the scientific research papers, 50% of all antibiotics are absolutely unnecessary. So when you compound that with the fact that doctors are not giving very much tribute to the ability of the body to heal itself with foods and herbs and mindset and other natural elements, then you can see that most of the medications are not needed today. We can do without them. Not that they're never needed. Sometimes medications are miraculously life-saving agents. Nobody's going to argue that, especially in emergencies. And we're so thankful for our emergency medical system. It's the best in the world. And here on the other side of medicine, we're the first to admit it. The first thing you have to start off with is dietary measures. That's the first place you have to start. And when we look at diet, we have to look at what the average American is eating today that is actually triggering these symptoms, where people are eating foods that are ultra refined. They're eating foods loaded with sugar and bad oils and refined grains like white flour and white rice and all the grains that have been adulterated and refined, and all the good things stripped away from them. You know, I tell people, the whiter the bread, the sooner you're dead. So you got to stay away from those things first of all. Get rid of the ultra processed foods. Get rid of the oils that are harmful to you, the seed oils that are refined, that are partially hydrogenated oils. Those are the oils that you buy in the supermarket, whether it's canola oil or sunflower oil, those oils have been ultra processed. They've been heated to extraordinarily high temperatures, and they become actually very detrimental to our health. They oxidize, and they cause damage to the cells in the body. They cause cancer. Yes, there's research to show that. They cause heart disease. Yes, it's been proven. These things are called trans fats, and they actually were banned. But here's the catch-all. They were banned by the Federal Drug Administration, the FDA, but guess what? They have crept back into our food supply unbeknownst to the average person. Because what happens is the government allows companies to put a half of a gram of these partially hydrogenated oils, these ultra processed oils that are trans fats that were banned. The government allows food companies to put 0.5 or 1/2 of a gram per serving in each food that you buy at the store. So I want you to think about that for a minute. If you end up eating one serving, you're going to get undoubtedly a half of a gram of these ultra processed oils. Now, who eats one serving? I know I don't, of any particular food that I'm eating. Tonight I ate probably 3 servings of hummus. Now, if you did 3 servings of something and you get it in a couple different sources in a particular meal, and you do that 2 or 3 times a day, you could easily get 3, 6, 9 grams of these trans fats. And the American Heart Association has shown that just 3 grams, that's all, increases your risk for heart attacks and strokes dramatically. Did you hear what I just said? The American Heart Association says that just 3 grams of these trans fats increases your risk for heart attacks and strokes dramatically. And people are doing it every single day. It clogs up the arteries. It damages cells throughout the entire body. These oils are detrimental. They cause cancer, and they cause many other symptoms throughout the entire body. So, once again, getting rid of the bad oils, getting rid of the refined grains, getting rid of the foods that have the food colorings and the preservatives and the high levels of sugar. Read labels and look at the sugar level of a food. If the sugar level per one serving has more than a couple grams, don't even use it. Just get rid of it, or eat just a tiny portion of that food so you get just maybe a couple grams of sugar and not getting 10, 15, 20, 30 grams of sugar per serving. Many of these foods today, even natural foods, are loaded with sugar. So beware, sugar causes inflammation, and it feeds the harmful bacteria inside of your gut. So if you're suffering with gut issues like irritable bowel syndrome or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, every time that you eat a sugar that's in a food, whether it's white sugar or any type of sugar, including the artificial ones, it encourages the growth of the bad bacteria. It feeds them. All these artificial sweeteners have been shown to damage the gut and feed the harmful bacteria. Stay away from them and use sweeteners that come from fresh fruits and vegetables. If you want to add some sweetener to a dessert, or if you want to make a pastry or something, use dates. And you can actually get date sugar. And guess what? Research has shown, and this comes out of Israel, that dates do not elevate blood sugar levels. You can eat fresh dates and date sugar, and it doesn't elevate blood sugar levels, and it doesn't feed the harmful bacteria. Food is the best medicine, and it all starts there. If you want to heal, if you want to repair your gut, you have to start by what you put on your plate. So eat whole, unprocessed foods, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, whole grains like brown rice and quinoa, and you can eat oatmeal and other whole grains and beans and legumes, and eat those type of foods that are high in complex carbohydrates. They're going to feed the beneficial bacteria. Once again, it's all about the gut bacteria. And the more whole foods that you have, the greater variety that you have, the more diversity of the beneficial bacteria that you're going to have living in your gut. And listen carefully, diversity of bacteria in the gut, the various types of microorganisms of the different species living inside your gut, the more the merrier. The researchers have shown that the average American has like 100 or less of different types of bacteria living inside their gut. If you go to countries that are underdeveloped, like in Africa or in Asia, where there are countries that are undeveloped, it's places where they're in very remote areas, these people who are eating their indigenous cultural diets, that are eating simple foods. They're in Africa and they're eating sweet potatoes and they're eating vegetables and they're eating herbs off the land and they're eating foods that they get off the land and get a diversity of plants and herbs. They have up to 300 to 350 different types of beneficial bacteria living in their gut. Once again, the more diversity, the more types of bacteria that you have living in your gut, the stronger your immune system is going to be, and you're going to have a gut that's going to be symptom free. And that's what we all want. So once again, try to get those whole grain foods. I would say, every single day, 3 or 4 servings of whole grains, 2 or 3 servings of beans. I would say get like 5 or to 8 different fruits and vegetables every single day in your diet. Get that wide variety, and every single week change up so you're getting different types of plant foods. And also try to incorporate fresh herbs, because the bacteria in your gut, they love herbs and they're medicinal. They have medicinal properties, helping to get rid of the bad and restore the good bacteria. Incorporate these herbs like garlic. Also, you can eat things like fresh basil. There's just a wonderful way to take basil and put it with oregano and other herbs that are fresh and put it on your salad, and they taste absolutely just delicious. So every single night, I'll put in either basil or cilantro or oregano or dill or some other herb. And I'm talking about not small quantities, maybe a quarter cup of those particular herbs on a salad. Why not? The more the merrier, and it tastes delicious. It really makes the salad or the fruit or the vegetable that you're going to eat pop with delicious flavors. So do that on a regular basis, and drink herbal teas. Like you could drink ginger tea and turmeric tea and peppermint tea. We'll talk about peppermint a little bit later. One of the greatest remedies for the gut, peppermint tea. And ginger is another one good for the gut, and so is turmeric. Those herbs are anti-inflammatory. Once again, when you have gut issues, you've got inflammation in your gut. Those bacteria that are harmful living in your gut, they spew off harmful, toxic elements that are inflammatory. And so when you use these herbs, it helps to clean up and flush out those inflammatory compounds and heal the gut. Yes, heal the gut. You can take peppermint oil. That's another one, another wonderful remedy for irritable bowel with cramping and bloating and gas. You can use peppermint tea or peppermint drops. You could take peppermint oil drops and put 3 or 4 drops in some water and drink that in a glass of water 2 or 3 times a day. And it is a wonderful antimicrobial remedy, and it helps to get rid of cramping, get rid of bloating and gas. Tastes delicious. It's peppermint, pure peppermint oil. And make sure you get a good quality oil. Don't just go to a discount house and get oil that is going to be cheap. Get a good quality one. Powerful measures to help your body to restore its balance, get rid of the bad bacteria, get rid of parasites, and restore the beneficial bacteria to help your body to heal itself.